going to give a demo on the Gazelle Practice Management and Electronic Health Record System. This is the, after I logged in with my username and password, and you can have multiple username and passwords.
Okay. We can create our own username.
Yeah, and you can also do security levels. And I'm going to go over the menu bar up top first, and this way then you can understand how maybe the security levels would work.
Okay.
This is where we would put our patients. This is where we do our scheduling. This is our certified meaningful use stage 1 electronic health records.
And that's active now?
That's active now. So if you're looking to get stimulus money from Medicare, which in 2013 is up to $15,000.
Okay.
Your Gazelle is a certified product, and you would be, as long as you show meaningful use for 90 days, you'd be able to apply for the money.
Okay, that sounds great.
This is where we do our billing. This is where we do lookups. This is where we do our submissions, electronic submission, paper claims, which if you need to, mainly everything now is electronic. We do electronic direct to Medicare, Medicaid, and we do the commercial claims through MDON, which is a clearinghouse. If you wanted to send everything over to MDON, your Medicare and Medicaid, which they call Provider Complete, you can do such. There's a monthly fee for that, which we'll discuss later in the demo.
So you're saying I can do all three, Medicare, Medicaid, and commercial at one time?
Yeah. One press of the button, it all goes. And you can also get ERAs, which is the 835, the auto posting of the payments, and you can do real-time eligibility checks with that as well.
And is that going through dial-up, modem, or
no?
through internet?
That goes through the internet.
Great.
Hopefully you don't have dial-up, but if you do have dial-up, the Gazelle does support dial-up modems.
So we have the option.
You have the option.
Or
Correct.
Great.
Correct. We also have a wealth of reports on this tab here. And then we have reference files. That's where you set up your CPTs, the ICD-9s,
Okay.
ICD-10s, your referral physicians, their MPIs, the hospitals.
Okay, so all my
prices, right, insurance
Great.
companies. We do supply you with the ICD-9s and 10s and the most common insurance companies. The procedure file, you're better off building those on your own to customize it to your practice.
Okay.
We can give you the entire CPT book, but it'd be very cumbersome to be searching through that. So you're better off spending, maybe a couple hours, to build your procedure file with the prices.
Okay.
Here's inventory if you want to keep track of your inventory items as part bandages, syringes, etc. You can do it there. Utilities is where we have backup and other facilities that you can use in Gazelle. We can take a quick look at that. Manage the enabling codes, backup, and other set patients deductible to 0. Let's get back to, also we have help. If you click on help, you can get technical support here when you go to our website.
Okay.
And here's our phone number.
Great.
Let's get back to the patient's enrollment page, which I'm going to click on, which is the first one. The nice part about Gazelle, it's a very, very comprehensive and easy to use system. It's pretty straightforward.
Okay, because I have one of my employees who's not computer savvy. Would they be able to get it quick?
Well, we'll continue with the demo, and you can tell me if you think they would be able to. Here, clicking on this icon, we can enter in a new patient, or we can search, and we can search by last name, social security number, patient ID, patient address, home phone number, date of birth, policy number. Let's just put somebody in here, just let's say A, and enter. Oh, a lot of information comes up on the screen here. So security number, last name, first name, address, city, state, zip, date of birth, sex, phone number, work number, last seen on. And let's double click on one so we can see actually what the screen would look like if you were going to enter in a new one.
Okay. So all that's blue, highlighted in blue, it's mandatory to fill in, or?
Oh, you're very good. Absolutely correct. Because
Thank
without
you.
that information, your claims probably wouldn't go through.
Okay.
So
great.
we try to catch things on the front end here as much as possible. So we have patient ID, which you can either issue or the system can issue. Last name, first name, standard address, date of birth, sex, marital status. We have a memo, which you can keep any type of information on the patient. You can add a note, edit a note, adding a note here. So we give you plenty of room to type.
Okay. Great.
Home phone number, mobile number, work fax. Here's medical information. As you can see here,
Those are optional.
these are all optional
Okay.
fields
If
if you
they're
need to
white.
put them in. And here's a medical patient's doctor. Gazelle holds up to as many doctors as you want to put in.
That is
So
awesome.
1 to 100. So we cater to solo and group practices.
Oh, great. So it's unlimited
Right.
with the doctors.
And here's your diagnosis code. So if they're pretty much coming back for the same standard diagnosis, diabetes or chest pain, put that
Okay.
in. Patient's condition goes from normal, ill. Refer by if they refer by a doctor. And here we can have scanned documents, notes, letters attached to the record.
Also, if they get like a letter from the refer by, we can scan it and it automatically appear in this section here.
Correct, and then you can
That
flag
is
it up and print
awesome.
it. On the bottom here, associated with the patient information, we have patient's insurance, we have patient recall, HMO referral, again EHR, HIPAA authorization, which is a HIPAA. When you go to the doctor, sometimes you have to fill out the HIPAA authorization form,
Okay.
and you can see here, here's all the information on this screen, and so you can keep this on file.
I noticed that that box is orange. Is it mandatory to fill it in?
No, it
Okay.
just happens to be where you're at on
Oh.
the screen, so it tells you where you are.
Okay.
So it's kind of easy. Is that like, where am I? It's orange means that's where you are with the mouse. Let's go
Okay.
back to patient's insurance, because we did do the patient's information. The system will ask you if the patient has insurance, yes or no, and then this is what this screen would actually look like. Let me grab one that's already in. Primary Medicare. So if the patient's ID, the insurance code, you can always look these up and change them if you like.
Oh, great.
Primary, relationship to, last name, first name.
Date of birth.
Primary,
great.
secondary, others holds, group number, co-pays, etc.
So I can enter more than one insurance here.
Yeah, you can enter well. You definitely need a primary. You can't have more than one primary, obviously, and then your others. So you can have, say, some people come in and have a primary, and they got 3 different secondary insurances.
Okay. So would I put one primary, one secondary,
Well, it would be primary, then other.
other? Okay.
Right, and then at the
great.
time of billing, which we'll get up to in a second, I think I'm going to go right there, being that you asked that question. So let's go to billing.
Okay.
And here we can look up invoice numbers, or we can look up by patient, and it would populate the screen here. Let's look up one patient, AB, Sally Beatty, and here's all of her information. In pink means that its balance is due.
Oh, okay. So it highlights the balance too.
Right.
Nice.
But let's click on new. We'll do a new one. So automatically gives an invoice number, bill cycle. Lead through means it will ask me whether you want to apply payment and whether you want to print a claim form statement, or you could just save it. And then, of course, up here we can go to the submissions and do electronic submission. Our patient ID we'll look up. And here we can just tab across here, Medicare. And this was your question before. Other insurance. I think she's got a couple of different secondaries. So we'll do the Blue Cross Blue Shield.
Awesome. That is-
Diagnosis code. If you know your code, you can enter it in. This one is diabetes. Or you can take a look at the top 25 or search by name, description, or code, or by ICD-9 or 10 type.
Okay.
And now Medicare is just taking the ICD-9s. So we'll do the top most used 25. Let's go abdominal pain.
Okay.
You could also write prescriptions here with the new crop. That I don't have activated on this particular system, but that would take you to the SureScripts website, where you can write a prescription and that automatically electronically gets sent over to the pharmacy.
Oh, that is something very good.
And let's move along here. We can issue a different doctor if someone's covering for somebody. The bill type is regular. And what other bill types are there? You can do workers' comp, no fault, the HMO encounter. So we'll do the procedure now. This is the procedure line. It defaults for today's date, or you can do from through if it's a hospital visit. Place of service, doctor's office, or you can select from numerous different, as you can see here, hospital, emergency room, inpatient, outpatient, we have it all.
So is that already pre-entered
That's
in
all,
there?
yeah, that's already pre-entered in there. I know my one code here, 99214, it's an office visit. Yes, sirree, there it is, and the price comes up because that's what I have is the price. You can modifier 1, modifier 2, 3, and 4. Units is 1, I'm not going to do more than 1. The DX, well, I'm going to do 1, 2, because it's associated with these two diagnosis codes.
Okay.
And I can do so on here, another procedure. And there's no limit. You can go 6, according to the form, or you can do 20.
Okay.
So we'll look up what other codes we got here. We'll do the abdominal sonogram, being that we have abdominal pain. There's view patient memo as well as view HMO referrals.
Okay.
To keep track of the referrals if they're on HMO. We can do who they're referred by, or patient location, which is basically just the doctor's office. And here we have additional information if you need, admission date, discharge date, as you can read all the way down the line here.
I noticed those are not highlighted in blue.
No, they're not mandatory. This
Great.
is just if you need it, they're there.
Okay.
Click on save, and here's asking me would I like to apply payment, yes or no. I'm going to say no for now. And here I could print out a claim form, which nowadays you really don't do that, but you have the ability to do it, or an invoice or a statement, or you can go to recall to set up another appointment.
Nice.
I'm going to cancel, and let's take a look now that that bill's done, at some of the other features in the system. We have scheduler, so you can schedule an appointment. Let's say we're going to reschedule this person for 2 weeks.
Okay.
Here's my dates. Say 9 a.m. Here's the patient's AB. I think that was a Batty. Sally. Okay, there she is.
Oh, great.
I get a lot of nice information here. Total balance, privately owed to the practice.
Oh.
Copay, primary insurance, status scheduled, transport. If they need transport, you can say, hey, they need delivery or ambulette, or private, or none.
Okay.
Print an appointment card afterwards. You can do such after you do it, or email it.
Oh, nice. We have the option to email.
Yeah, so you can email the appointment.
If we want both, can we do both?
Of course.
Great.
Let's take a look at the submissions. This is where you would do your electronic submission. From through date, you can specify specific insurance companies, assignment, yes or no, or both. Re-include previously submitted,
Oh, good.
solo practice or group practice. As for some doctors are a group practice, but also have their own solo practice as well. So I give you the option to compile either or. And clicking continue here, you can see it picked up the claim, and then I can print out my report, which is it shows what, keep that on file and coincides with the electronic submission. And then we'll continue. I'd like to save the file. I'll save the file, and from here, then it asks me if I want to submit. We'll say no, because that'll lead us into the submission screen. Looking at the reports, here's our reports. We have accounts receivable, daily recap. If you notice on all these have a lot of search criteria, so a lot of flexibility in the Gazelle system.
So if I don't know the doctor's code, I can search by something else.
Yeah, you can search it.
Right.
And or if I want to see my accounts receivable on a specific procedure code.
Oh.
Or I just want to see one insurance company. Or I want to exclude some insurance companies.
That is nice.
Daily recap. This is your day sheet, billing and payment. Labels, if you're going to do labels, analysis reports, this is your procedure or diagnosis is on the bottom, procedure or diagnosis analysis reports.
Oh, okay. So we can have a diagnosis.
Right. So we can do procedures here, and I got summaries, details. Ledger, this is basically your patient's ledger of the history of their billing and their payments.
Oh.
So if someone say, give me a history, if a patient says, give me a history of all my bills and all my payments,
we can go
this
into
is where you would go. Right.
Oh, that is awesome.
You can print out an invoice, you can put that invoice. You can print out patient listing. Oh, I want all my patients' listings. I give you a recall listing, summary listing, by insurance. So a wealth of reports. And also, again, by different search options. Maybe I just want to see all males, all male or females, a specific diagnosis from this specific zip code area. So it's a pretty cool reports we got. You can get statements, you have reference are diagnosis reference, either alpha or numeric, history log, mail merge with a word processor. So if you want to merge the names with Word for a specific document, this is where we would go.
Okay.
So let's move on to the reference files. The reference file is probably one of the more important files initially when you get the Gazelle system, because you have to set up your practice. So it will come with your Gazelle will enter your doctors and your practice for you.
So you guys enter that for us.
Yeah, we handle that part.
That's awesome.
And then here we're on the insurance file. And click search.
Now the insurance comes pre-entered, or is it something?
We pre-enters the insurances for you, or if you want to click on new.
I can enter them. Awesome.
Here's a miscellaneous address, which is basically where you keep your hospitals.
Oh.
The referred by, where you do your refer bys. Your diagnoses is where you put your diagnosis codes. See ICD-9 type, active. We have SNOMED codes, Longi codes, JSO7 codes. That's the new EHR type of terminology.
Okay.
You have the procedure file, which here you can enter in your procedure description, your CBT code, your modifiers, your price. This procedure requires the following diagnosis, or you can combine procedures. So if I know that you're going to come in, I do office visits and a CBC, complete blood work, well, this is where you do it. So at the time of billing, you enter in the one code, it populates all the other procedures to make life easier for you so you can speed bill.
Oh, so that's awesome. I can combine. I don't have to duplicate over and over.
And zip code listing, which pretty much you wouldn't be in here doing that because every time you enter in a zip code, we auto save it.
Okay.
Let's go over to our certified electronic health record system.
This is what I'm interested in.
You are. Yeah. Everybody seems to be interested in that. Whether they want it or not, here it is. You can use it. New patients. Let's flag up a patient. Again, we'll do the same one. And I'm going to briefly go over this here. The demographics are there. If you want to put in medications, you can put the medications in here. Strength, dosages, etc. Allergies, you can do the allergies here. Allergic to, let's say other. You can say peanuts. And then the reaction, itching of eyes.
Okay.
So you can see how it's like a check off. It's very, very, very nice. So it's tablet friendly.
How about?
Let's take a look at that again. See how you can just check it off.
Yes.
So once you have your library built,
it
makes it very easy to use.
If I need to add a new one there, how can I?
If you want to add a new record, being that this is all kind of like it's government regulated because it's certified, adding a new record, we bring you to the UML Terminology Services Unified Medical Language System, and you can search for, and give me a reaction.
Swollen tongue.
Swollen.
Let's see.
Type in just a few of them. Here we go. Swollen, you want,
Swollen face could be fine, yep.
swollen tonsils.
Okay.
And then we'll click go. And we download the selected code.
Oh, just that easy.
That easy. So there it
And
is.
it automatically throws it in there.
Right. And then we can update, and then there it is.
That is very nice.
And now, all those codes, those are SNOMED codes, and those are the codes that you're going to need if you're going to be going after the incentive money.
Yes.
Gazelle does have free type fields, which we're going to show you later in the demo here. Vitals. We'll keep track of your vitals. 5'6", 125 pounds. Let's see, we have the BMI, the BSA, temperature, blood pressure. We can update this. It's
Oh,
on here.
okay.
And let's go to lifestyles, smoking status,
Smoker.
unknown if ever smoked, drinking, quit, never drank, update. And now here's the encounter. This is pretty much where we're going to have our note, chart our note.
Okay.
Chief complaint, pain, scale from 1 to 10. Here's our chief complaint, clicking on that window. Again, if you needed to add a new record, you would click here and you would search for it from the terminology system and get your correct SNOMED code.
Oh, okay. So that's awesome.
So once you have your library more or less built, making and doing a note is just checking off. We bring up the most commonly used ones first. To click update.
And I'll throw it in there.
And symptoms. Takes a little time to load because we have a lot of symptom codes. History of present illness, ankle pain, eruption. We'll just say eruption. Again, if you need a new one, you could do a new one. I think our diagnosis code was 250. Again, here we can add a new record if we wanted to search. Very nicely.
So we have
Download it. Family history, diabetes, or again, if you need to add new, you can add new if you don't have it.
That's a great feature because I'm not sure if my employees have all the correct detail on that.
They got these two, diabetes and fever. That was my exam. And then here we have the additional notes. So your own personal memoir. So if I wanted to type away.
Okay. Now would this show up in their record?
Yeah, patient is very ill. Keep things short and simple. And here we're updating. One of the cool things about this is sometimes I'm like, well, what do I do about my chief complaint eruption, doc, or the diagnosis code? Well, right-clicking at the bottom here gives me patient education, and we bring you to different websites. You can take your choice. And WebMD we'll go to for the chief complaint. Sounds good. And here we bring it up.
Oh.
And here's your eruption. Drug results for eruption, sea-bath eruption, different types. Or while you're on here, you can search for more and print it out and give it to the patient. So this is your patient education. Very neat.
That is very nice.
That's very neat. Didn't know that.
No.
Cool,
That is
cool
very
stuff.
nice.
Like
yes.
it. We have immunization for the pediatricians, or if you're getting shots, and keep all your information here. Lab orders, if you're going to communicate back and forth with the lab orders or lab results. Get the lab results back, will populate in the screen here. Care goal plans basically is the doctor's orders. Get plenty of bed rest. Let's see what we have in here. Taking medication.
Okay.
Update. And there again, if we wanted to add more, add new record, and again, we bring you to this wonderful unified medical language system to make sure you have your right codes. Now, no, we don't allow you to free type it in because this is really important that you use the right codes, and Gazelle pretty much makes you use the right codes instead of just making up codes on your own.
So it can never be incorrect.
Right.
That is awesome.
And then again, the government wants to see an electronic note. You have the right coding system here.
Yes.
apply medication. And then we'll update. Now we can save and we can print.
Oh.
And this is what your note would look like.
Oh, that is
Nice,
very
all
nice.
nice information. You can put this in the chart.
Yes, that is,
Right.
yep, one less
Smoking
thing.
status. So handwriting, not necessarily. Here it is.
And everything
And
will
you
be
can
accurate.
export it to a PDF and email it.
Where I can put it in the patient's.
You can email it to the patient if you want. Yeah. So I'll email you the chart that we did.
Okay.
Or hey, check this out. Well, I'm ready. I'm ready. Let me just save the record real quick. Boom, save. I'm ready to do the bill.
We
Yeah. Well, let's go back up here. And, well, all I really did was a 99214.
Mm-hmm.
So then we're gonna update it. So okay. So might as well do the bill. Let's go here. Generate bill.
We can generate it from right there.
Drags all the information from the EHR right there.
Okay.
Next, save, apply payment, no, bill, done. Nice
Oh,
stuff.
so we can do it all from right there. As soon
Right.
as we finish entering. That is a great feature.
So that's pretty much Gazelle, our certified practice management and electronic health records,
And it
I
seems
hope,
to be very
Doc, that
easy to use.
Well, yeah,
yes.
pretty much. I kind of feel like you're up and running already, don't you?
Yes, I do. I feel like I can do this, and any of my employees will be able to handle the task.
Well,
Doesn't seem hard.
that was our main mission and our main goal. And I want to thank you very much, and I hope to talk to you soon.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Have a nice day now.
You too. Bye.